What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 2023 Ford F-150 Raptor. This one is finished off in agate black, is around $90,000, and we're going to see what is powering your Raptor. This one is the EcoBoost. You can also option for the R, which will give you a supercharged V8. However, the EcoBoost is going to pack the high output 3.5 liter twin turbo motor. It pumps out 450 horsepower with 510 pound-feet of torque. It also has a 10-speed automatic transmission. Of course, it's a four-wheel drive vehicle. Super bold styling. I love all these amber lights. You get these wide corner lights. Because this truck is so wide, you literally need those for regulations. Really awesome DRL, and then of course the three lights right in the center. These are LED headlights with a really aggressive look to them, and I just love the massive Ford logo in the grille. Forward-facing camera, a really nice design for all this metallic gray. You get rigid fog lights, then all of your parking sensors, and a huge skid plate with metal tow hooks. The skid plate even goes all the way underneath to really protect this thing when you're off-roading. Really cool looking hood with some aggressive contours to it, and I like the heat extraction vent up on top with Raptor on it. Super aggressive truck. More heat extractions with all the vents, and then a huge set of fender flares. And this is a wider truck than a normal F-150, and you can see just how wide these fenders are. We now have these 17-inch wheels, kind of a beadlock style to them, really good all-terrain tire on them, and then it's hard to see, but we have the Fox shocks up in front. And then at the side, you can see these really cool powder-coated running boards in a nice black color with Raptor written out. A little bit of some sharp lines on the lower portion of these doors, body colored door handles and body colored mirror caps, and you even get the LED turn signal with a side camera. You get all black around the windows with the B pillar, and I like how Ford has this cut right here, gives you better visibility for such a large truck. Now this one is a full crew cab, 5.5 foot bed, really good proportions inside, and then the rear is also just as wide. You can just see the extra thickness to give you that wider appearance. You get the massive fender flares in back, and then another shot at those Fox shocks back here. As you make our way to the rear end now, you can see the LED taillights. Ford is written out in huge letters. We got Raptor on the right, F-150 on the left. You get an LED light with your camera and an electronic button for the release, and then more of that metallic gray all for the rear bumper. All of your parking sensors, metal tow hooks, and then the cool dual exhaust. Really comes together nicely. Trailer hitch with all the plugs. Really can't go wrong with the styling back here. It looks fantastic. Now we do get remote start. If I go ahead and lock the truck and then double tap on that button, it sounds so good. And then shutting it off, definitely can't complain with that. Sounds great for a V6, honestly. Now double tapping that, we can open up the tailgate. Now if you're gonna use your Raptor as a work truck, you actually have a spot where you can clamp down a 2x4 with some C-clamps and use this for working. So really good truck, pretty multi-purpose. Full spray and bed liner as well with Ford written out. You can see some hooks on it. And then we also get LED lights and then an entire 3-prong outlet back here. So super usable, very versatile bed. We can of course lift it closed. Full aluminum construction, so it doesn't weigh too much. Then as you make our way to the interior, you can grab the door handle to unlock it. We of course have the keypad that Fords have, and then we can check out the rear seating. I like this grayish material. It's kind of like denim. It's a vinyl material, but it looks like denim. Nice armrest, grab handle and window, little cup holder, and we have a carbon pack for this interior. All sorts of storage, Bang & Olufsen audio, and then this one gets a black leather interior. We get some micro suede, smooth leather and perforated leather. Really good looking back here. If I grab this open, we have a good armrest with 2 cup holders, and then the seats you can lift up the bases, and we have a lot of storage space. So super useful. We can unlatch it, put this down, and then we have some storage on the back side of the seats. You even get heated rear seats with climate vents and plugs, and then more cup holder and storage. And I can grab the handle and hop inside. So at 5'11", I'm sitting here really comfortably, plenty of legroom, really good headroom as well. And the seats are at a decent recline. You can actually fit back here comfortably. Good armrest on the left and right. Really can't complain. Hopping towards the front seats now. We of course have the similar door panel you saw in back, all the same materials. Of course, all the window controls, lock and unlock, and 3 different memory seating options. We get Ford Performance written out. You can get a good look at the step as well. And then all of your power controls are on the left of the seat. All the same materials you just saw in back. And I like how you get Raptor embossed in it. And then we do get Bang & Olufsen on the headrest. So very, very cool. Black steering wheel as well, and another grab handle. So hopping inside with my foot on the brake, let's go ahead and fire it up. So the interior has the massive Sync 4 screen and a massive LCD display for the gauge cluster. You can see all sorts of information on it right now. On this menu button, you can scroll through a few things in the center. Right now you can see a few more items. Continuing to scroll down, you can see all sorts of information within the truck. If I just go back, you can go into a few more things you can see. Just going in any of them randomly. Kind of what you would expect, pretty much everything you want to see inside your truck. Now on the right side, we have a few different options. You have your steering wheel control. We can adjust how you'd like that to feel. You also have suspension. You can adjust that, and you even get your exhaust. So we have the normal mode into Baja. Get a little bit extra pops on it, and then we even get a quiet mode. So pretty cool how versatile all that is. We have the R logo on this far left side if you want to customize it further, and then your drive mode select is right here. You have your normal mode. You can scroll all the way into a few others for towing, slippery, things like that. And then we have all of your off-road modes and a sport mode, and it all changes the depiction, changes how the truck is set up, your four-wheel drive indicator, and stuff like that. Really nice steering wheel with the stripe on top, huge paddle shifters as well. I just love how everything is laid out. We get the stock over on the left side, cruise control settings. And then on this left side, we have the tailgate release, headlight controls, lights on the side of the mirrors, electronic park and brake. You can adjust your pedals. You have an electronic steering column as well. You can just press the button. Then you have a nice orange stripe. Some more of this cool vinyl material on the dash, storage and part of your Bang & Olufsen, and then more carbon fiber. Really nice design on the centerpiece here for the secondary glove box. You can open that up, normal glove box down below. And then you can see up on top, we have a shortcut for your camera. It will come up with the 360, your front view. You can adjust everything as well. You even get a bed one. And then if I open this up and go into reverse, you can see your normal backup camera will pop up on the left as well, and you'll have the same types of views that you can adjust. And going back into park, underneath the screen, you can see all of the shortcuts for audio, pretty much everything you're going to expect for the Sync 4 screen. Very easy to use with everything. You do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then on this far right side, you have a lot of shortcuts that will pop up, and you can just view all sorts of information. Certain screens, you can actually swipe it over and kind of mix match. So pretty nice the way everything is laid out. Then we get your Pro trailer on this far left side, physical controls down below for climate as well as radio, heated and ventilated seating, fan speed, your different zones. It'll come up on the screen as well. And then we have your trailer braking. It will adjust that. And then all your four-wheel drive controls and the locking differential. More carbon fiber. If we open this up, we get wireless charging and then a little bit more storage. And then you can see your 2 cup holders and more storage space. Now, if we put this down, the reason it folds, if you're gonna use your Raptor as a work truck, you can just open this up and you have a nice workbench inside, great for a computer, papers, or just having your lunch. So I really like how versatile this truck is. Opening the front up, we get storage space in here, all sorts of things you can put in there. And then one last look. Great place to be, it really is. Up on top, we have all sorts of auxiliaries ready to go if you want to add lighting or winches or something. You even get a sunglass holder, your sliding rear glass window, which is a really good touch for a truck like this. And then of course dome lights, and then your mirror. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop in the Raptor and take it for a spin. All right, so we are setting off in the Raptor. We are in sport mode, Baja exhaust. It sounds really, really good. While it's no V8, honestly, the exhaust stock on these Raptors sounds so good. Has a really cool tone to it. And this is a nice place to be. So we're in everything sporty, so kind of the most road-focused, I guess, setting. and it still is a super comfortable, nice truck to be in. However, it's a little bit more sharp with the steering. Steering's nice and tight. It's not bad for a truck. I mean, you can actually have fun on the streets with a truck like this because, I mean, it's a Raptor. They're just so cool. Normal aspects, you know, we have a huge windshield with really fantastic visibility, great view over the left side as well as the right, and then over your right shoulder, you really don't have any blind spots. It's a nice, normal, up high truck to be in, great place to be. Drive modes, so if we go back into normal mode and just tone us out of manual mode, so right here it'll automatically tone down the steering, so we're in normal, and if I go into quiet mode for the exhaust, it takes it all away. And now this is just highway cruising, effortless. In this setting with these Fox shocks, it is just like riding on a cloud. It feels so comfortable and soft. You really just can enjoy driving. It's a luxury truck all of a sudden. Of course, with all the tech and everything, it just feels nice. But at the same time, if you need to get up and go, give it some gas, and you can accelerate pretty darn quickly even when you're just cruising. So going back into sport mode, of course we can't really play with the off-road modes in this vehicle, but it is fun to drive. It really is. Even taking a turn at 50 while this is a big old truck is not bad at all. I think the Ford Raptor truly has a lot to offer just because it's such a well-rounded truck. You can drive it like a comfortable luxury truck, and then we know we can jump ramps, do off-roading and things like that with it. You really can't complain. I just love this sound. It's pretty cool. It's pretty peppy too. It's not the fastest. I mean, the TRX certainly packs a way bigger punch than this. And of course, a Raptor R, same sort of deal. However, I mean, it's plenty powerful for what it is. And I think the engine, especially if you were to tune it or something, I mean, this thing can pack a punch. It's a nice, well-rounded truck and offers quite a lot. And even with all the off-road capabilities, you can still use it for the utility, you know, with the towing, things like that. And off-roading is where these trucks shine, especially if you have more of a Baja setting with open trails. You can really have a lot of fun with it. The transmission I do like, however, when you're in manual mode, if it's up to 10th gear, it takes forever to downshift down into a normal gear, so it takes a little bit getting used to. But overall, when you're playing with the normal gears, it feels kind of like a normal transmission. Very responsive on those downshifts. And not too short of gears where you're shifting all the time, so I think it's a pretty well-rounded option. Oh man, this is just such a good truck. It's fun to drive on the street, and we know how capable they are off-road. And like I mentioned, you know, if you want to just tone the car down, it's a normal family truck, but the kids in the back, have the dog back there and do a family trip or something. Raptor, great option. They sell well. People love them. I'm certainly a big fan of it. And the newest one for 23 is definitely a just rock solid option.